Up to 5, Mike Q.
Welcome back to Pattrn. So they've taken
Semi
these
7 for the toss.
cute tiny homes that prioritize function over space and sustainability over just stuff.
Yeah, if you've ever wondered how sustainable tiny homes actually are, well, we got you covered. Zach Giffen is the host of Tiny
Turn,
Homes
take, track R1.
Hey, thanks for joining us here. So tiny homes definitely have a smaller carbon footprint for sure. So let's kind of walk through
Ready,
some of the
R1.
ways that, they accomplish that, starting with perhaps even what they're made of, the building materials.
Take R1. Ready, box with A.
Thanks, guys. I mean, tiny homes are
Roll.
built very much the same
It's up.
as any other kind of stick-framed home. So the materials aren't necessarily
Ready, box with
a lot
B.
different, but there's just
Ready,
a lot
preset
less
with
of
B.
them.
Dissolve.
And because, you know, every material that
3
you
could
use
probably
in
go to
a home
Jordan
has got
next.
a fixed carbon footprint to begin with, you know, just right after you finish construction, before you're even talking about heating and cooling these spaces, they're already saving a lot of carbon from the atmosphere.
Ready, 7.
Yeah,
Take.
and, you know, when we
Ready,
take a look
3.
at just
Take
functionality, of
3.
course,
Ready,
power is
7.
a big one, power supply, which is, you know, a topic that's front of mind for everyone right now. How
Take
tiny
7.
house, like homeowners,
Ready,
save on
R1.
electricity, on heating and cooling. I imagine it's big because it's a much smaller space.
Take R1. Ready,
Yeah,
box with A.
It's not completely a linear relationship,
Dissolve.
though, because
3
the
can go
smaller
Paul.
space that you get, the difference is that you don't have to heat and cool the space the same way when you're not there, right?
Right.
With a smaller space, I can show up after work and I can heat it back up to a comfortable temperature with just a fraction of energy.
Stand by
15 minutes, and it's
the
just fine.
next
Where
B.
a normal size home, you just can't do that. So
Roll
we're
B,
basically
effect B
heating and
in.
cooling all of these spaces
B as in boy.
regardless of whether we're there. And so that's a big difference in terms of a small space.
Stand by 7. Take. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 7. Take 7.
And doing our normal size things that use water.
Ready, R1. Take R1.
Yeah, you know,
3
water
minutes.
it's kind of up to the consumer, right? You can definitely
Ready, box with
you can take a really
C.
long shower.
Have
in
some
a tiny
follows
house.
ready.
There's nothing that changes there. But
Roll.
typically, once
Dissolve.
somebody moves into a tiny home, they're kind of already triggered in the mentality of kind of preserving resources, and so it translates into a lot of different aspects of one's life.
Stand by
However,
D in.
small spaces,
Roll
because
D,
of the
effect
energy
D in.
efficiency, they lend themselves really well to being off-grid.
Stand by
Right, so that
7.
you can power an entire home with solar panels.
Ready, B in.
The
Effect
key
B
about
in.
being off grid is then, you know, it's about the other utilities.
Ready,
It's about
7.
the water usage. And so composting toilets are very popular. And if there's one thing that you can do to save a lot of water from going down the drain, it's a composting toilet.
Take
You know,
7.
I have a
Ready,
question when
3.
it comes to building, you know,
Take
I
3.
look at some of these tiny home communities, and I'm curious as to why there's not more of them, especially
Ready,
with
7.
popularity increasing. When it comes to zoning,
Take
is
7.
it difficult to find a plot of land that's zoned for tiny
Ready,
homes that
R1.
do
Then
look
box
like
with
that
B as in
process
boy.
2 minutes.
Ready, R1. Take.
Well, that's changing.
Ready,
I mean,
B
tiny
in. Roll
homes, even
B.
though they've been
Dissolve.
around in my world for a long time, they're still new to a lot of people out there. And so there's a lot of efforts around the country to open up zoning to allow for them as accessory dwelling units in backyards, as well as in little pocket communities or even full-on villages. But that process is a little bit hindered by the fact that we need to make some changes into the building codes before places can like really easily zone for them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because typically tiny homes are well, most of them are built on wheels.
Ready,
So
A
it
in. Roll
falls
A.
into this
Effect
kind
A
of
in.
gray area between, okay, is it a house or is it an RV? And so I work with the Tiny Home Industry Association, and it's essentially our main purpose is getting some universal building codes so that cities that want to utilize tiny homes for housing, they're actually able to do so.
Ready, 7.
Are
Take.
tiny homes really going
Ready, 3. Take.
picking up in
Ready, 7.
popularity here in the U.S., or is it more of a international thing? Because
Take
this is
7.
America.
Ready,
I want
R1.
anything big and large,
Bigger is
including
better.
big and large people, and they for me, but tiny houses. I don't have enough space in a tiny house.
Take R1.
Yeah, you know, it's the type
That
of
might
thing
be our
that's-
last question.
Ready,
I mean,
box
it's
with
resonating
C.
all over the world, actually,
Roll.
but it's certainly
Dissolve.
resonating in this country. And it's not necessarily because of what you think. It's because, for one, tiny homes are inherently energy efficient, but they're also less expensive. You know, less,
Ready, B
less
in. Effect
materials, they're
B
less
in.
expensive to construct, less expensive
Ready,
to live
A
in.
in.
But
Effect
they're also
A
more
in.
appropriate
We'll wrap
in
and think.
terms of filling in the gaps of our housing stock currently. And what I mean by that is that currently 70% of the homes in the United States have 2 or less people in them. Right?
Ready,
And
7.
by and large,
Ready,
the homes
D
that
as
have
in
been built
dog
over the last
in.
3
Effect
or 4
D in.
decades have been, 3-4 bedroom single family detached housing. So it essentially means that just our housing stock has become detached from the functional needs of the population. And so there's this massive demand for smaller types of homes, whether that's apartment buildings
DO3's
or
floating.
duplexes or townhouses. Tiny homes is just another version or another
Ready,
Quick rapid
7.
pick.
type that can be utilized for
30 to break.
for the singles and for couples without children, which is a lot of them out there in the country.
Take
Zach,
7.
we have an episode where you're trying to
Ready, camera
convince
5.
I volunteer Paul Goodlow here.
Wrap.
You can take him anytime and try to see if you get him on board. We appreciate your
Ready,
time.
3X
5.
to break.
Thank you so much, Zach Giffen.
Take
Go,
5,
some
clip
time
R1.
conversation on A&E.
10,
Stand by the bump out trans.
Yeah, I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hit your bump out, clip their mics, bring music full. We'll pad this out.